So today I wanted to talk to you about the number one thing that I think might be holding you back. I know it was holding me back, and I suspect there might be others out there going through the same thing. So you might be wondering what it is now. It's not the lights, it's not the camera, maybe it's the storytelling, but mostly I think it's just you. Getting out of your own way is probably the hardest thing to do. If you're anything like me, you might be self-conscious for a number of reasons, whether it's the way that you look or maybe the way that you sound. Maybe you're embarrassed what other people might think of you. Maybe it's a bit cringe. These are all things that I have felt and experienced, things that have set me back from beginning my journey. For context, I'm a wedding photographer and videographer based in Melbourne, and I'm sharing my journey online now. So getting out of your way, that's something that I've had to push myself really hard to sort of get past. All these invisible objects you put in your own way, barriers, extra hurdles that you need to jump before you'll actually sit down and do the thing. And despite putting all of these hurdles in front of myself, I still look at others so envious that they're able to so easily put themselves out there and do the thing that we all want to do. For example, the generations younger than us, how easily they're able to go out in public and film themselves doing stupid shit like TikTok dances and that sort of thing. I would never have the confidence to do that, and I super admire them for putting themselves out there and not caring. And I think that's probably the most important thing, is that they don't care. So it's not something that bothers them. So this is video number 2 for the channel. Hopefully, number 2 of many still to come. But YouTube's something I've thought about for a while now. For so many years, I've sat and watched other people do their studio tours and lighting setups and camera rigs and that sort of thing, and always felt super inspired at the time to create my own setups and to work with lighting and cameras and choosing which lenses are going to look the best, and set all of that up only just to sit down in front of the camera, go to hit record and completely black out, and the little voice creeps in, self-doubt kicks in, and I might press record and sit there for 2 minutes and think, geez, I don't even have anything to say. I've had a complete blank and this is no good, so I tear it all down. And that pattern in itself would rinse and repeat for I don't know how many years now, probably 2, 3, 4 years. I always thought you'd need to have a visually pleasing space to work in, and if it wasn't that, it was definitely a gear problem. So again, I'd press pause, put all the plans on hold, and I'd wait for the right gear, for better lighting. And I've been fortunate through my wedding business. I would accumulate more and more gear, absolutely everything that you could possibly need to get started, and still found it wasn't enough. It went from, when I get this particular lens, to I need this sort of microphone or whatever it might be. The lighting wasn't quite right. Forever stuck in the cycle of putting it off until you had the right gear or at the right time. And again, jump online, consume more than I need to, and see that people are doing it with far less. They're using their phones with no lights. They'd use the window light during the day, or they'd go outside and record, and it was perfectly fine. Because at the end of the day, all it was about them telling a story and telling a story well. But then I get hit with the harshest of truths, and the truth is that no one cares. Truly, no one actually cares. Well, at least no one cares as much as you or I do. And I think the sooner you realise this, and I wish I had have learnt a lot sooner, the better. And it's something that I have to keep reminding myself too. I had to remind myself as I sat down to record this. the beginning of this video file, there's probably 2 or 3 minutes of me staring at absolutely nothing, waiting for the words, even though I've got the words written down for me. But I had to remind myself that no one cares, no one's going to be looking at it, no one's going to be looking at the analytics, thinking about that as much as we do. You upload and then you hit refresh 15 minutes later to see if it's taken off, or there's a comment, or there's a like, or there's 10 views or 100 views. No one else cares about the way that you sound. And when you ask someone, geez, is that how I sound? It's so strange. And they'll say, yeah, absolutely, that's exactly how you sound. At the end of the day, you'll hit upload, someone might come along, they'll watch, they may click off immediately, they might stick around and see what value you've got to provide, and then they move on. But at the same time, you'll come back, you'll overanalyze, you'll look at all the small details that really don't matter, and again, the vicious cycle rinses and repeats. So if you're stuck in the same boat that I was, and you haven't hit record or you haven't hit upload, just remind yourself, if it is for this exact reason, I think it is, no one really cares. Upload it, hit publish, get out of your own way, and do it again. If this resonates with you at all, if it's something you're struggling with or have struggled with, I'd love to hear about it below. Let's have a chat, and I'll see you in the next one.